Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about organizing your life, your work, and your money. In today's video, we are going to be setting up my budget for the month of April, and I'm going to be walking you through the new system that I have been using in order to stay on top of our money throughout the course of the month. So I'm currently in my undated budget planner. I have been using this planner in order to help me stay on top of everything, and I always start on my monthly page. On this page, I am going to add in all of the dates, and then I am also going to add in all of the bills and the expenses that I have coming up this month. I have added all of the dates. Now I'm going to go in with some payday stickers, and I am going to mark down all of my paydays. And I'm using the budget sticker book from Happy Planner in order to do that. So this month I'm going to pay myself on every Tuesday. So I am just going to mark this off. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add all of my bills to their due dates. So I have added all my bills on their due dates. I'm going to add to the sidebar other things that I know are coming up. So I like to keep track of anything that's coming up that could possibly throw off my budget. So I have things that's coming up this month, and then I also want to keep track of things that's coming up next month so that I could start to prepare for them. So I also want to remind myself that my daughter's birthday is next month, and I need to prepare for that. Also, we are doing an anniversary dinner because my anniversary is on the 17th. So I'm just going to mark that off as well. I also want to keep track of how much we are saving each week. So I'm going to add these little pigs so I can keep track of the number. So I have listed out all of my bills. I have my paydays marked, and I have my saving stickers down. So every time we save each week, I will add the amount that we have saved there. And that's it for this spread. I have everything that's going on in my sidebar, anything that's coming up. And so I will just add things to this list as we go along. And now I'm going to fill out my monthly budget. So I'm going to put in my income and then my bills, and then I'm going to talk to you about how I am going to keep track of my variable expenses, because that's going to be the biggest change to what I do to my overall budget for this month. But first, let's dive into just my income and my fixed bills for this month. So if you add up all of my income, it's going to be $7,000. And this is all of our household income. And then I'm going to add up all of the fixed expenses that we have to see the total there. So total fixed expenses is $2,389.72. So we're going to take that from 7,000, and the difference is 4,610.28. So now let's look at all of the variable expenses. I have our anniversary dinner, and I have that at $200. I have a category of gifts, and that's at $400. Beauty at $500 this month. And then we are going to break down all of my variable expenses by the week. So the variable expenses include food, gas, and any shopping and entertainment. And so what I've realized is that I have been tracking all of my expenses on a daily basis, but really I realized that if I'm able to move that money into my spending account, then I don't need to track it on a daily basis as long as I stay within my weekly limit. So what I have decided to do is to break up my income by the accounts. All of my money goes into my business account, and then I will divide it up. So my bill account will get all of the income that is needed to pay off my bills. So I will move $2,400 into my bill account, and then the additional amount will go into my spending account. So things that we need for like our anniversary dinner, and any gifts I need to purchase, or any beauty things I need to do, or anything that we need to do for food, shopping, entertainment, will all go into my spending account. So I'm just gonna keep track of each week and making sure we don't go over the weekly amount that is needed. So it's going to be $3,100. And this is higher than normal, but it's because we have a couple of things going on this month, like anniversary and gifts that we have to get. So that's an additional $600 that we don't usually have to cover, but it's okay because we are still within our budget. The difference is $1,510.28. Okay, so the next section that we are moving into is my sinking funds. As of right now, we currently have $1,500, is $1,510.28 in order to put aside for sinking funds. And I have been using my Capital app again in order to save for my sinking funds. So I was using the Capital app a while ago and I got away from it and I was just using cash, but I've decided to go back to the Capital app mainly because I realized that I was saving more when I was actually using the app versus when I was just using cash. So the categories that I am currently funding are birthdays, anniversary, which this one is going to be actually used this month. I have $150 in here. I'm gonna add another $50 to get to the $200. And I'm also going to be adding some money to my short-term savings account. So I have birthdays, and this is because my daughter's birthday is coming up next month, and I wanna make sure that I have some money set aside for that. So we're going to put $250 there. We're also going to do Roth IRA. We're gonna do $200 there. Anniversary, we're gonna do $50 there. We're gonna do a short-term emergency fund. So I have a short-term emergency account that I just keep for repairs. So it's not money that's set aside for a particular event like a birthday or a Roth IRA or anniversary. It's money that's set aside for repairs or things that I'm not sure when they will come up, like home repair or car repairs. So we're gonna put $250 there. And I'm also going to set some money aside for car insurance. My long-term emergency fund is going to get $250. Let's add this up and see where we are. $1,150. We're going to take that from the $1,510, and we have $360.28. So now I have $360.28 left over. I am going to put the remaining balance on my student loan, and then that will be a zero-based budget. So my total income is the $7,000. Expenses is going to be $2,389.72 plus the $3,100. That is $5,489.72, less sinking funds, which is $1,150, and less extra debt, which is $360.28. So let's make sure that this is $0. We're gonna do 7,000 minus and minus that. So that equals $0. And so this will remain in my spending account. I'm gonna keep that in my spending account. This will be in our bill account. My sinking funds will be between capital. These top ones will be in capital. And then my short-term account and my emergency account are in actual bank accounts that I use. And then my student loan will be the extra payment that I make. But as you can see, I'm hoping that this makes my system a little bit easier, because now instead of tracking all of these expenses on a daily basis, really I'm just keeping up with the week and making sure that we are not going over $500 every single week. So I am just checking in with the transactions on a daily basis and just looking at the balance, the bank balance that we have. So let's set up this upcoming week and see what we're going to pay this week. So we have $17.50 coming in. I'll do half my mortgage. So let's add up my fixed expenses for this week, and the total is $1,173.16. Minus the $17.50 is $576.84. And so our variable expenses for this week is $500. And like I said, this is going to go into my spending account. And what I am trying to do is just really try and keep up with how much we're spending overall, instead of dividing it into all of the other increments like I used to do. So I'll probably still see how much everything is costing us, like food and shopping, and just I'll like glance over it, but I'm not going to add it up on a daily basis, since I am moving all of the money into my spending account. So whatever is there, I am able to spend. So the total is going to be $500 there, $76.84 left over. And so for capital, I am going to put the $76.84 to birthdays for this week. So this will leave us with $17.50 less expenses of $1,173.16 plus 500 for variable is $1673.16 and $76.84. Okay, so we are set up for the month and we are set up for the current week. So just to give you an overview, here is my monthly view. I have listed out all of the expenses that I have for the month, and then on the sidebar, I'm using it to keep track of anything else that could be coming up that's going to cost us money. And then on my monthly spread, I have listed out everything that I am expecting to happen this month, and I have on the side here the account that I am going to be using. So I currently have 5 accounts. I have a spending account, which is going to keep track of my variable expenses. I have a bill account, which is going to keep track of all of our bills and anything that we have to pay for our household. My business account is where all of the income is going in and I pay myself from. My capital, which is my sinking funds, and then I also have a short-term savings account for my sinking funds. So I use an app and I use a checking account for my sinking funds. My short-term sinking fund, that is a checking account, is where I keep track of all of repairs, and I save money for repairs and anything random that may come up that I don't know is coming up. It just kind of comes up. And then for capital, I use I use the app in order to keep track of the sinking funds that I know are coming up, like birthdays and Christmas and my car insurance. Like like I know the date that I'm going to need that money. And then the last account that I have is my emergency fund. This is my long-term emergency fund. So with these 5 accounts, I am basically just keeping track of the balance of all 5 of these within the different areas that I have set up here. So I'm going to be tracking my bill account balance here, tracking my spending account here, and tracking what's going into capital, what's my short term, and what's my emergency fund here. Like, this helps me to stay on top of all of the accounts and making sure that everything is basically covered. And for my variable expenses, like I said, I am going to be keeping track of the overall balance instead of tracking on a daily basis my expenses. I want to see how this works out for me if we are able to just transfer all of the money into our spending account and then keep track of what's the current balance of the spending account instead of tracking each and every single transaction. So that's what we're going to see this month. I love to experiment and try different things out. If it doesn't work, then of course I will just move back over into tracking my expenses on a daily basis. But I wanted to see, because I have been so busy lately and it has been time consuming to actually track my expenses on a daily basis, I wanted to see if this procedure would work out for me, where I just gotta keep track of what we're spending overall and making sure that we have enough in there for the variable things that we have for that upcoming week. So that is my setup, and that's going to be my overall system for this upcoming month. How are you coming along with your budget? Are you making any changes for this upcoming month? Let me know. I would love to talk to you all about it. And if you didn't know, this entire month is dedicated to us learning how to organize our life in 5 different areas. So I am doing videos this entire month that is going to help you learn how to organize your life through systems. So today we have been talking about money. If you missed the 5 categories that we're going to be talking about throughout this month and what this series is all about, make sure that you check out this video here where I talk about it and I dive into it and I talk about the why of why you want to build systems in order to organize your life. So I hope you will join me along for this series, and I will see you guys in my next one. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.